Thank you, Madam Speaker. The job numbers are out, and they're bad. Failing Liberal policies have now caused a full-blown unemployment crisis. 7% unemployment overall. Ontario alone has shed 25,000 manufacturing jobs, and 1 in 5 students can't find a job this summer. So when will this government reverse their job-killing policies so that Canadians can get back to work?
Here.
Honourable Minister of Finance.
Madam Speaker, we have seen the job numbers, and I would say it's in large part to the trade war that we're facing with our neighbour to the south. But, Madam Speaker, Canadians, and I hear the Conservative will rejoice that later on today we will be tabling legislation, including a plan to build Canada strong, Madam Speaker. That's the type of thing. On this side of the House, they just ask question. On this side of the House, we put plan forward to build Canada strong.
The Honourable Member for Sherwood Park, Fort Saskatchewan.
Madam Speaker, the fact is unemployment has been steadily increasing under this government for 2 years. This week I spoke to Josh, a hard-working and experienced labourer in his late 30s. Josh has been unemployed for more than a year and has now put in over 1,000 applications. StatCan's numbers show that unemployed Canadians like Josh are searching longer and becoming more desperate. Now, by raising taxes, obstructing development, and letting immigration get out of control, Liberals are depriving people like Josh of the opportunities that they deserve. Will they change course so that Josh and others can get back to work?
Here.
Honourable Minister.
Madam Speaker, I think about Josh, his families, his community, and all the communities around the country which are affected by this trade war. That's why, Madam Speaker, we are going to table legislation later on today with a plan, because the way to address what's going on in Josh and his employment status is to build a plan, to create opportunities, to build Canada strong, to build a confident Canada, a prosperous Canada. And I would want to salute the work of my colleague, the Minister of Transport and the Minister of One Canadian Economy. They have done great work, Madam Speaker, to build that One Canadian economy that will create...
Honourable Member for Sherwood Park, Fort Saskatchewan.
Madam Speaker, if they had a plan, the typical way you'd put a plan before the House of Commons to address unemployment is in something called the budget. And yet we have no budget. Their response to terrible unemployment numbers is to blame others, blame external events, and to fail to present the House of Commons with a budget. They said a plan beats no plan. They have no plan. They have no budget. They have no plan to address out-of-control unemployment. They need to cut taxes, allow development, and control immigration. When will they change course so that people can get back to work?
Here.
The Honourable Government House Leader.
Madam Speaker, indeed, this government has a plan. This plan will be tabled later today in the form of legislation that member and his colleagues will have a chance to support. A plan to build this country, a plan to collaborate with every premier in this country who has endorsed this plan, a plan to build major projects, a plan to get our economy on track, a plan to create opportunity for Canadians from coast to coast to coast. Will that member stand up and support our plan?